What's up, my horse up throwers? This is Joe Shiflin for Horns Up Rocks, and I'm here with my man Karl Buechner. And first of all, I mean, with that last name, I mean, that's obviously a German last name. I'm German myself. Let me tell me a little bit about your heritage.
Most of my ancestors were from either Germany or Ireland, and I think they immigrated to the U.S. in the late 1800s. So we can only trace it back like maybe 4 generations or so, but that's where things started.
And that's where you stand. But anyways, we are today kicking off your brand new tour. Tell us a little bit what people can expect out there.
Wrath of Sanity tour is in support of an album we put out last year called To the Death. And it's, you know, the straightforward vegan straight edge message that I think fans have come to expect from our band. It's 11 new tracks, made a video for it. So far we've been to Australia, Japan, Brazil, Chile, Argentina, and 14 countries in Europe, and we've done the States and parts of Canada off of it. So right now we're kind of following up with the Wrath of Sanity tour here. It's Earth Crisis, Thick as Blood, First Blood, and Tyrant's going to be playing some of the dates with us too. And we're going all the way to California and back.
You were mentioning a lot of places in Australia, Japan, a lot of places in Europe. When you started this, because you've been doing this for a long time, did you ever expect it to get, you know, I wouldn't say so big, but so on demand from people like Australia, Japan? As you know, when you go to Japan, they're almost hungrier than people here, even if they don't understand the words.
It is pretty amazing. You know, hardcore is definitely world music at this point in time. Like it, you know, it had its origins in D.C. and New York and Orange County. But now, I mean, it's incredible. It's spread across the planet, and there's straight edge bands and vegan straight edge bands in the 4 corners of the earth. It's an amazing thing to see happen over the last 20 years. You know, we start out playing in our friends' basements and garages, and, you know, on some of these tours we played places like, you know, the Trocadero or the House of Blues or the underworld in London. It's definitely something that we would never have anticipated.
But I think it's because, I mean, everybody has come with unity. I mean, the hardcore movement has always been about unity, coming together. You know, every band has helped each other out. I mean, as you said, the New York hardcore scene, the DC scene, everybody kind of came together when it was time, and I think that's what's made it what it is. And it's not, as I was saying, it's not like one of the things that is like, oh, a big movement, but it is a very strong movement, and it makes everybody who's in it proud because it's been real. It's never been about compromising anything. You know, you yourselves have been like a huge, like letting people know what's up, whether it's through the PETA movements you have since day one, whether it's through the, like live your life freely. You don't need to be part of that, whether it's the drugs, whether it's the alcohol, whatever it is. You guys have always been real to it. It hasn't been like you guys like, oh, we're going to find something to sell and that's how we're going to sell. No, it's been like that since day one. While you see with a lot of other genres of music that they kind of fit in to whatever's going on,
Yeah, I grew up in love with, Teen Idols and Minor Threat and State of Alert and 7 Seconds, Youth of Today. And at the end of the 80s and at the beginning of the 90s, most of those bands were gone. I would say 95% of those bands were gone from that era. And 95% of the people in those bands that had been in them, were no longer straight edge. And when I started Earth Crisis originally in 89, my goal was to kind of keep that torch burning because I was completely uplifted by the message of those bands, and going to see them was an incredible release. It was an incredible experience in the sense that I felt that there were other people that shared similar beliefs, and we were coming together to protest things that we thought were destructive and negative, like drugs and alcohol and smoking and promiscuity. We saw them all those things for what they were and are, which is a dead end. It's a synthetic good time, and we gravitated to things like music and skateboarding and snowboarding and traveling and just experiencing all these amazing things and visiting all these incredible places. So, like I said, we wanted to keep that alive, and at that time, straight edge was waning, but I think it goes through its peaks and valleys, but I think it's rising again.
I think it's always going to be something that's going to be in the back of everybody's mind as far as, you got to respect it.